The internet is full of advice, but because there's basically unlimited information out there, it's really hard to know what opinions to actually trust. Therefore, you might follow a specific person or just follow the general conventional wisdom. But in this video, I'm going to share unpopular SaaS opinions from successful indie hackers that have the ability to completely change your perspective. The first unpopular opinion we're going to take a look at is that products can market themselves. This comes from Alexander Azora of Unicorn Platforms. It's an unpopular opinion because every startup book will tell you that the product does not matter. It just has to be okay. It has to do the job. The important thing is going to be marketing. But they were able to grow a SaaS tool in the red ocean of website builders from $0 to $15,000 a month in recurring revenue with minimal marketing effort. Their focus has just been on the product. They wanted to build a great tool and people were using it and spreading the word, and it was as simple as that for them. People go crazy when you ship a feature they ask for within hours, and this is a huge marketing effect in itself by just working on the product and making it better. The next unpopular opinion is going to come from JT from No Code Founders, and it's that you don't need to scale. Growth is a lie. You don't need to grow your business infinitely. Instead, hit your revenue goals, then optimize your time. This has led them to now only working 25 hours a week while maintaining revenue. Next, we have one from Tony of Typing Mind. You don't need an office, you don't need a lot of full-time employees, and you don't need to scale up. You don't need to sacrifice your lifestyle to run a business. And for them, $10K a month in recurring revenue is enough for one person. When they have kids, maybe $20,000 will be more comfortable. Any higher than that is just a backup plan in case anything goes wrong. It's okay to have a lifestyle business and make a living from it. And with all the rhetoric about building billion-dollar exits and startups all around Silicon Valley, Tony is arguing for the opposite of this. Create a lifestyle business. There's no shame to have a lifestyle business. It's really just how businesses should be run. They should be profitable. You can bootstrap those from yourself, especially with a SaaS business with high margins. Next, we have Iron Brands of Simple Analytics, and it's that you don't need to raise venture capital funding. You don't need funding, you don't need a pitch deck, a revenue projection, or a big, hairy, audacious goal to build a sustainable business that provides you with a great living and a lot of freedom. They used to be very pro-funding, but finding funding has become a goal in itself. A signal to the outside world that you are working on something cool. Your parents will tell your friends about your startup, TechCrunch will write about you, but founders spend too much time crafting pitch decks in which they project the revenue for the next 5 years, together with their total addressable market, and that kind of fluff. It's like reading startup books instead of actually going out and building something. VC-funded startups tend to always want to conquer the world with overly ambitious ideas, and everyone wants to be the next Elon. But you don't necessarily need to do that. You can target a niche and have high profitability with really good profit margins. Next, we have Jay Tan of Zlivey, and it's that perceived value is greater than actual value. And so their opinion is to focus on perceived value. Products that appear or feel valuable will make money even if they don't actually provide value or anything useful. Some can even have negative value and customers will still buy it in droves. The sad truth is that actual value that isn't perceivable will not generate revenue. This is a great paradox of buyer psychology, as people would like to think that customers are all rational actors who act based on logic and make purchase decisions based on observable, objectable data. But the truth is far simpler. We buy with emotion and we justify our purchase using logic after that. So how do you augment perceived value, you might ask? Well, the most obvious way is to get people talking about your product so you can create social proof. Additionally, you can do things such as a well-incentivized affiliate program. And customers don't really have independent judgment. Their judgment is highly influenced by what others say about your product. If a people or a group of people rave endlessly, other bystanders will even start questioning themselves and change their opinion to fit the vocal majority. Customers are people and people feel safety in numbers. Another way to create perceived value is to make your app more sticky. When they were building Zlapo, they added a feature called Unfollowers, and it was basically a list of people who unfollowed you on Twitter that's updated daily. It made their app super sticky as users would routinely check who quote-unquote backstab them. Even though there's no real value in doing that, the more the users spend in the app, the more useful the app will feel for them. And the more useful their app feels, the more they're going to tell their friends and family about said app. Next, we have Kyle Nolan of Projection Lab, and it's that you don't need a grand vision. Businesses don't always start with a grand vision or ambition. Sometimes they can evolve from personal needs or pet projects. Even if it's modest in scope, if you can target a real problem that you understand fully and are passionate about solving, there's going to be a boost in your actual chance of success, and a lot higher than a fancy pitch deck or a pie in the sky idea. Next, we have Maria Martins of Tally, and it's that you don't need a new idea. Launching a startup doesn't mean you need to invest in something new. People often ask us why they chose to build yet another form builder in an already competitive market. In their opinion, it's a lot easier as a bootstrapped company to claim a small part of an existing market with your validated demand than it is to conquer a completely new industry or invent a new product or technology. That goes along the lines of you don't necessarily need to be first, you can be a fast follower at second. And even in this case, you don't have to be anywhere close to that, but you need to focus on differentiation in pricing and UX, and that's why their users love Tally. They emphasize their USPs in their marketing, and they position themselves as the simplest way to create forms for free. Next, we have Tim Bonito of Pally, and you don't need to come with a unique idea to build a successful business. Just find an existing niche you have in a tiny interest in and join it. Then build something that works really well and is affordable, and it also provides great support. According to Justin Stout of Magi, entrepreneurship doesn't need to be a grind. You can have a work-life balance. They work on their business mainly like a 9-to-5 job. When they're done for the day, they're done for the day. Apart from an occasional crisis, they don't work after dinner, and they don't work on Sundays. They try to maintain a healthy work hours that doesn't sacrifice their family time. Entrepreneurship is a long-term game. If you want to build a sustainable business over time, you have to make sure that you're not burning out. And making sure you're setting up proper boundaries for yourself and giving yourself maybe more of a work schedule can work wonders for your health. We have another unpopular opinion from Jay Tan, and it's that your business should serve you, not the other way around. Your product will be fine, your business will be fine, your customers will be fine. Take a break and smell the roses, travel a bit, and indulge in your hobbies. Most indie hackers really push themselves and their business and end up not happy with no work-life balance. In Jay's opinion, they're completely missing the point of entrepreneurship. The reason that lifestyle businesses are a dirty word is because it's a shaming term popularized by VCs, angels, and the entire startup ecosystem to dissuade indie hackers from bootstrapping and encourage them to take funding. That's what they like about lifestyle businesses. They're not investor-centered and they're not customer-centered. It's founder-centered. They serve you first foremost, not anyone else. And if you're a founder who knows what's good for themselves and what's important in life, you better think of your business as a thriving lifestyle one. Your business should never be optimized for growth over your own quality of life. Life is way too short to do that. Lastly, we have Mac Martin of the SaaS Bootstrapper, and it's that enjoyment is greater than skill. They think a lot of people overvalue technical and business skills. Those things can help, but they aren't the most important things, and they are best learned as you grow anyhow. They think the most valuable things, especially early on, are finding ways to stay inspired and enjoy what you do. Because if you enjoy what you do, you'll be productive and keep going. Most people don't succeed simply because they quit too soon. They expect results sooner than they are likely to see them. They love what they do so much, which is solving problems, that they're almost always motivated and inspired. And they do whatever they need to make time and get it done as they wanted to get it done. It's not a grind for them, it's a joy. If you've gotten this far in the video of unpopular opinions, I'm sure you want to build your own SaaS product. There's a link in the description below where you can steal free micro SaaS ideas. All you need to do is enter in your email. I also have a course on how to build your very own micro SaaS that generates recurring revenue. And you can do this even if you don't have any product ideas or any SaaS experience. It's a complete step-by-step academy that's going to show you how to build, scale, and profit from your very own micro SaaS. There's also a link in the description below, so make sure you check that out. So that's quite a few unpopular opinions from different successful indie hackers. This link comes from James Fleischman, and it was posted on Indie Hackers. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to read through all of the posts. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite unpopular opinion. Did any of these change your mind or perception? I'd love to hear from you below. Also, you know what to do. Smash that like and subscribe button below. I'm coming up with new SaaS videos all the time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.